The 19th century was a time to be alive as an architect. New designs and styles were being created as more efficient and effective structural materials were being invented. During the late 19th century is when Charles Rennie Mackintosh came into play. June 7, 1868, Charles Rennie Mackintosh was born into a family of 11 in Glasgow, Scotland. Mackintosh was determined at a young age that one day he would become an architect, even though his family had no previous background in the arts. At the age of 16, he joined a local architecture firm of John Hutchinson while also enrolling as an evening student at the Glasgow School of Art. In 1891, Mackintosh was introduced to three other students of the Glasgow School of Art due to their similar styles and design. This came to be the collaboration known as the Four. This included Charles Rennie Mackintosh, Herbert McNair, who he had already known due to working with him for the Honeyman and Keppie firm, and the two MacDonald sisters, Frances and Margaret. The Four had many collaborations in watercolor, graphics, poster design, stained glass, metalwork, and many other pieces of work. This is where the Four introduced the creation of the Glasgow style. As they continued their work together with abstract and organic imagery, the Glasgow style is tied to the forceful cultural identity of the city of Glasgow and its architecture, as many other large cities throughout the world were creating their own style of architecture branching from the Art Nouveau period. The Four worked for many years together until it broke off as Herbert McNair and Frances MacDonald married and moved away. The following year, Mackintosh and Margaret MacDonald married as they found love for each other while working on beaten metal panels. Mackintosh's name became quite known after his design for the new Glasgow School of Art building, which was constructed in 1985. His specific style with an emphasis in physical and constructional elements, as he had a traditional bias to keep architecture with its country's preference. This includes publisher Walter W. Blackie and the need for a new home on the hillside in Helensburgh, Dunbartonshire. The 1903 Hill House by Mackintosh became known as his largest and finest of his domestic building work. Mackintosh designed the landscape exterior and interior of the Hill House. Specifically told by Blackie not to use red tiled roof or brick construction, Mackintosh resolved to using local sandstone and rough cast rendering for the exterior of the entire house. His interior work includes fireplaces, furniture, fittings, and most commonly known, the built-in wardrobes. With dark stained wood finish, translucent glass, light tints, and wall paint of white, pale green, or pink and silver, Mackintosh is able to emphasize his focus that is there should be no apparent break between the construction and the decoration of the house. Once completion of the Hill House, Mackintosh was on to his next project with the 1903-1904 Willow Tea Rooms in Glasgow, Scotland for the beloved Miss Cranston. As the four-story building was already constructed on a narrow site, Mackintosh didn't have much to work with in order to separate the building from others in its area. Yet he still found a way by inserting a white facade into the terrace with checkerboard design along the edge of the building. However, it's not the exterior work that stands out for the name of Charles Rennie Mackintosh. It is his interior work. The various tea rooms designed to create a sense of elegance for tea time was Mackintosh's goal. The willow theme was used as a motive as the building itself was located on Suchi Hall Street, which translates to the Street of Willows. Mackintosh was not alone in his interior work. His wife, Margaret MacDonald, was involved in most of the decorative work and furnishing. This includes curtains, wall decorations, tables, chairs, carpets, lights, menu, cutlery, and even down to the clothing of the waitstaff. The most commonly known room within the Willow Tea Rooms is the Room de Luxe. Located on the first floor to overlook the street, this room consists of white walls, silver high-backed chairs with a rich purple seated cloth, crisp white tablecloths, blue willow pattern crockery, soft gray carpet, and leaded mirror glass doors to emphasize Mackintosh's idea of elegance. The interior of the Willow Tea Rooms is what Mackintosh's idea of a total work of art. He was so proud of his accomplishments that he continued to visit the tea rooms before they would open so he could arrange the flowers and vases a specific way to ensure the ambience of each room is what he exactly wanted. It is Mackintosh's pristine work and attention to detail and something we rarely find, but something we should hope to strive for and achieve as architecture furthers along throughout the world. Even though Mackintosh's work happened in the late 19th and early 20th century, his work is still relevant today as he introduced new concepts, theories, and styles towards architecture and design.